So we're here live with Sky at the Bay CN Tower. We just finished a tour. Now we're going to get up close and know more about Sky, his inspiration, how he drew up the music, where he wants to go, and what's his inspiration again. So we have Sky on our left, and we have the wonderful Deborah on the right. Go ahead, guys.
So it's a pleasure meeting with you today. Thank you for joining us at the CN Tower.
Thank you so much for having me. It's honestly an honor. It was incredible, actually. I've never been that high before. Got a little nervous, but then I kind of wanted to go skydiving. You know, I've always wanted to go skydiving. So it was a good experience. I got to see a panoramic view of the city.
Yeah, definitely. The city just gives us an entire vibe of community and love.
Yeah.
Is that what you see in Toronto as well?
That's what it is. That's what it's. There's so much people. There's so much support for each other here as well. That's one of the biggest things that I'm so grateful. Me being a new artist here, is there's so much community and there's so much support for each other. I absolutely love it here.
Also, there's a lot of inspiration to draw from the city of Toronto.
Of course.
For example, your name. How did you get inspired to call yourself Sky?
That is an incredible question. Incredible question. I have the short form and then I have the paragraph form. I'll let you decide which one you want.
Okay. How about something in between?
In between. Okay, let's find something in between. Okay. When I was a boy, I actually went to school. This particular school, I suffered a lot of bullying and a lot of rejection, especially from my peers and some of my teachers. And because of that, I grew up to be very shy. I was so afraid of confrontation and rejection because I couldn't. I felt like I didn't have a voice to speak. Right? There was only one thing I can turn to, and it was music. Music was always there for me. I was listening to music, and it felt like I mattered. It felt like I mattered to someone, even if it was just the other person that was singing to me on those AirPods, you know? So, as I grew up, I kind of wanted to do music because it was so inspiring to me. I began to play drums, guitar. Next thing you know, I'm like writing songs, heartbreak, you know, the shebang, and I'm starting to have like these songs, and I just felt like, wow, I feel like I'm who I am, you know. I felt like I found who I was, and I thought to myself, well, what's gonna be my stage name? What's gonna be my artist name? And I was like, well, I just feel unstoppable when I listen to music. I feel limitless. I feel sky's the limit. So I took that name and I said, I'm Skyzz. And I'll let people put two and two together. Sky's the limit. Exactly.
I absolutely enjoy that. And that is true in life, where you put your heart and soul into something that you're so passionate about that the sky is the limit and beyond. Because the sky is the limit.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Awesome. That's amazing.
So that's the name that I hold, you know, in my music, who I want to be and represent.
You basically self-actualize yourself.
I didn't know that, but
Yep.
thank you. I mean, that's...
Yeah, definitely. Now, we're going to fast forward from that to your recent music song and your video, Misery. How did that come about?
Of course. Well, Misery is a song that I hold so dear to my heart. It's actually a story about, you know, contrary to the song and, you know, the micro nuances, it's actually about my best friend. And I had a very hard season with him. We just couldn't see eye to eye in a lot of things, and I didn't know what to do. You know, when you've cultivated such a relationship with someone, when you've just, you know, when you've invested so much love and time, and then when there's like something that comes about to just disrupt the whole thing, and there's a miscommunication of some sort, it's just so hard to see see that, and that's what exactly Misery was inspired, by. And it was a hard time for me to sort of heal from that situation, but I wrote this song for anyone that's also going through a situation where they felt like they were so attached to this one person, but then you come to realize that no, like, you're only responsible for your own well-being, and you're supposed to love yourself, not supposed to seek that from someone else when they can't even give it to you, so I had to grow up and recognize that we weren't the same like we used to be.
You mentioned you had to heal from this. How are some of the ways that you've done to help heal yourself from this situation?
Well, I'm always so grateful to God that I have music, that I can write these songs, and that I can, jump on a drum set and just start whacking my emotions away. But aside from that, I also do have a few other friends and family that I can call up and I can essentially like cry on their shoulder. They really helped me get through that situation in my life.
Yeah, it's a blessing to have such good friends that help support you during the times. Now, follow Mrs. Graham, please. Misery. How have your fans received it? How do you see your fans receiving it?
It's incredible. People are absolutely loving the song. I had a few people reach out to me saying, yo, this song is absolutely fire, it's amazing. And one of my fans reached out, she said, I needed this song right now in this moment. You have no idea, I'm going through the exact same thing. And I'm just like, wow, like sometimes as artists, we don't know how much we're impacting other people's lives. You just gotta know that your song is actually impacting someone right now, and for me that was so encouraging to hear that,
Definitely. Now, where else do you find inspiration for your music aside from heartbreak, all these losses? Where else do you find inspiration?
Well, honestly, I love going to festivals, going to events, going to see different artists perform. Getting a variety of life experience. I just like to call it getting inspired by life itself. All the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you're in a season in your life where you're in love, well, be in love, right? And if there's a season in your life that you fell out of it, then fall out of it. But just take everything. I just take everything that's in front of me, and I get inspired by it.
Like you're saying, carpe diem, seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
Seize the moment.
Exactly.
Enjoy that moment.
You have to.
Absolutely. So you mentioned upstairs how you love singing and it's your passion. But how old were you when you really started, and what inspired you to sing? And then who are your inspirations to date?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a very good question. I started music when I was 12 years old, okay? But I didn't start singing till my first year in high school when the love of my life broke my heart. I had to write a song, I just don't know how it came out. It was from a heartbreak experience. I wrote my first song. Really the people the people who inspired me in that moment were some of the like church singers at the moment. My aunt was a singer. She heavily, was an inspiration to me because I just loved how she could connect with the audience. You sing those songs and really bring everyone together. My aunt Nancy, she was there. She was there for me. But currently now I have a few artists, like Michael Jackson. I mean, like, he's incredible, and Prince, the way how they do, what they do is really inspires me. More like contemporary artists, it would be like, I often say, you want me to tell you what my music sounds like in one sentence, it'd be if let's just say if Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber had a child and he grew up in Latin America, that would be me. So that literally would be Skyzz, you know, in a
I can
nutshell.
actually see that. I can
Yeah.
actually see that. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty good, you know, video.
So Sky, what's your next inspiration? We talked about that, and now we're going to go to your concerts. Where are you going to bring this inspiration to your concert series and get people motivated? What's happening in terms of videos and your next projects?
Well, I do plan to release at least 4 more songs this year, right? The next song that's coming up is called Same Way. Very dancehall Caribbean kind of vibe to it. That's coming up in just a few weeks from now, actually. I'm going to start promoting it. But one of the massive events I have coming up this year is my concert. Debut concert. It's the very first time I put on an official Skyzz concert. So this is really exciting. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, okay? But I just, you know, I hope that it will be a success and that everyone that shows up will really have a great time. You know, I plan to put on a legendary concert for you guys.
All right, for those of you who haven't followed Sky, how do we get to follow you? How do we find out where your concert is happening? Where is it going to be posted? Like, you know?
Of course. So most of my updates are going to be on Instagram, on social media, and you can follow me at Skyzz Music. That's SKYZZ Music. And I'm going to be updating everyone there. The concert should happen late August, around August time. So make sure you hit that follow, and I'm going to definitely update all you guys. And it's going to be so good. I can't wait.
All right, it's been so good talking to you and finish off on that catchphrase. And it's been fabulous. We'd like to say thanks for spending a day with us at the CN Tower. We have some shots and stuff of him looking out on the spectacular view. So Sky, thank you again. It's been a pleasure.
Of course.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Cheers.